Good evening and welcome to Channel 8 Sports and East Brunswick High School girls basketball. Hi, I'm John Meggiolaro, tonight with Phil Hill for the East Brunswick J.P. Stevens game. And we wish everyone a happy 1993. Is this our kickoff game for the 1993 season, Phil? And I think it's going to be a good one, East Brunswick and Stevens.
It really should be a great one, John. We got two undefeated teams, both teams coming in here at 5-0. In J.P. Stevens, you have the county leading scorer right now with 94 points, Michelle Morale. She is the all-time leading scorer for J.P. Stevens. If you might remember last year when J.P. Stevens came here, the Lady Bears won it at the buzzer. A three-point shot by Kara Mataseski at the buzzer won that game. So I don't think the Lady Hawks are going to be intimidated, but they're going to be in for a time tonight, despite the record, John.
Well, East Brunswick comes in 5-0. They're ranked 5th in the state, 1st in the county. And Phil, they're on a tear again.
They're on a tear again, John. I had the opportunity to see them the other night against Perth Amboy. I saw them in a scrimmage against Christ the King, and they're awesome. I mean, you're going to see tremendous pressure all over the court. They've developed so much. They're a lot stronger, and that's the thing that strikes you the most is that they are just so much stronger than most of the teams that they play. They're not nasty, but they are aggressive, and they will muscle you all over the court, and yet they know how to finesse you as well.
Phil, a lot of these girls have played together for 4 years. You know, I think of Kara Mataseski, Colleen King, Katie Whalen. They know each other quite well, and that really is the heart of the team.
That is the heart of the team, and of course you got to throw Jan Prizup in there,
right.
who really might be the heart of the team. But you're right. Talked to Reggie Carney the other night, and Reggie was saying a lot of these girls have played together. He mentioned the fact that Kara and Katie and Colleen were coached by John Mataseski and Charlie King at St. Bart's and developed good skills there. And I can tell you, when you develop solid basics early on, it's going to help you down the road. This is a terribly good team. They're not going to be intimidated by anyone. They're going to run you into the ground. They're going to press you all over the court. They shoot. All players shoot with either hand. If they're on the left side, they're going up with that left hand. They rebound well, and they have a deep bench.
And Phil, I don't think it's any secret that this team is on a mission after losing the last 2 years to Piscataway in the group finals.
Well, and it's a nasty word, Piscataway, but this year they took care of Piscataway handily on December 22nd. They beat them 81-54, John, and matter of fact, they've beaten up everyone they played. They played Woodbridge and beat Woodbridge 73-47. And then they went to the Minham Holiday Tournament where they beat Jefferson Township 60-48. Jefferson Township, a defending Group 2 champ. And then they beat Archbishop Prendergrass of Pennsylvania 51-41. Weren't as sharp as they normally are, but nevertheless they won the game by 10 points. And it's going to take an awfully talented and perhaps lucky team to beat the Lady Bears.
Well, it's a great opener, as we said, East Brunswick against J.P. Stevens. Our first game of the 93 season. We'll be with you throughout the year, providing you with both boys and girls coverage. But we have a good one on tap tonight, and we'll be back with the tip-off in just a moment. Phil, you're looking down on Reggie Carney and the team, and I wish you, my friend, a Happy New Year and all the best to you and the family.
Well, same to you, John. I really appreciate it. But I tell you, John, looking at the Lady Hawks out there, they're one of the few teams that can match up with the Bears. They have speed, quickness, and height. And they only allow 35 points a game themselves. So you can expect a lot of tough defense by both teams and a lot of pressure, quick action.
All right, we're at center court for the tip-off. Bloor will be going against Thomas, and Whalen will control for the Bears. In a corner to King. Well, underneath Mataseski by herself, and the Bears are on top, 2-0.
Kara Mataseski gets them off right away.
Good defense by Prizup, knocking it away. They're looking underneath to Thomas, won't go. And a pass thrown out of bounds. Okay. They're saying that it's off East Brunswick.
It was. Kara got a good hand in there, and it deflected off her. But again, you can see the Bears with the tough defense. They're going to make it difficult for the Lady Hawks.
Bradley to Morale. She puts it up. Won't go. Thomas underneath, and she's fouled. And Phil, Morale is the one they want to have touching the ball.
Well, she had an open shot there. It just didn't go down for her, John. That foul's on Katie Whalen, her first. And at the line, John, you got Angela Bradley, I believe, right?
Right.
Yeah, she's a 5'9" junior.
And she misses the first. We mentioned East Brunswick and Piscataway come in with identical record. I mean, JP Stevens, rather. Freudian slip, both 5-0. And Whalen will take the rebound and bring it up court quickly. Looks in the corner. Bloor underneath, and they're going to call it for traveling.
And right away, you see the full court pressure by the Bears.
Morale will bring it across court. Looks in the corner, shot taken. And that was Giuliano, won't go. Mataseski, and an official timeout.
No clock. Okay, the clock apparently wasn't moving. They seem to have corrected it, but Lady Hawks are clearly a little tight, John. They're just throwing things up all around the basket, even open shots.
King, pressured by Morale, gets it out to Mataseski. In the corner, Whalen, tipped away by Morale, but Mataseski will control. Bloor now, cross court to Whalen. Bloor will put it up and hits. 4-0 East Brunswick. Booth across court looking for Thomas. And Phil, is that one of the Booth kids?
She is the sister of George Booth, none other. George Booth, who went to Connecticut, a great football player for J.P. Stevens.
Mataseski underneath, forces it up. And quickly, Stevens to Morale on the break.
Wow.
And she's fouled by, I believe.
No, a good block by
they're
Jan
calling
Prizzip.
a block.
I'll tell you, a good block by Jan Prizzip there, coming down and knocking the ball out before Morale was able to get it up.
4-0's our score, first quarter. Stolen by Mataseski. Turnovers are something that can kill you, Phil. We're seeing it early on for Stevens. Jan takes it right to the hoop, in and out.
And that basket has a lid on it for both teams right now.
Morale, she's the playmaker and the shooter. They look inside. Giuliano misses, follows up. And Stevens gets on the board, 4-2.
John, the Hawks are getting the shots. It's a matter of putting them down. They followed up there and was able to get it down.
Whalen drives, and she's fouled. I believe it'll be on Giuliano, 52. Now they're calling it on Bradley, Phil.
Okay. And Whalen with a good strong move to the hoop there, going up with her left hand, drawing the foul. Okay, good look at Katie Whalen, who sinks the first shot.
Makes it 5-2. She'll get another. 6-2. So the Bears by 4. Knocked away by King.
And again, once again, the pressure defense by the Bears there.
Bradley into Booth. She'll put it up. Off the rim, Giuliano won't go. And Mataseski will bring it up for the Bears. She'll take the shot. Won't go. Bloor underneath. Prizzip. Finally, King has it blocked, no call. And stolen by Booth.
I'll tell you, the Hawks putting on some pressure on themselves. The Bears had 4 attempts at the basket there, not able to get it down.
6-2 our score. Bears still in lead by 4. Booth puts it up and hits.
Down.
Bears lead now by 2. 5:10 remaining, first period. King in the corner. Whalen, three-pointer. Won't go. And it's going to stay with East Brunswick.
And it's fast and furious action here, John. I tell you, again, both teams are playing awfully good defense, and we're going to see who holds up.
Mataseski looks underneath for Bloor. A little hook shot goes.
Courtney Bloor. with the sky hook.
8-4 Bears, knocked away by Whalen. And Phil, thus far, Stevens is keeping up with them.
Stevens is keeping, as I said, they have the speed, quickness, and height to stay with the Lady Bears. They don't have the depth, however, I don't think, John.
Booth inside, knocked away on the line. Will stay with Stevens. Giuliano turns off the glass.
A good strong move by Giuliano, who's been a force on the board with big rebounds.
8-6 East Brunswick. Monteseschi, three-pointers all net. 11-6.
Kara Monteseschi, her 9th three-pointer of the year thus far.
East Brunswick pressuring the Hawks. Knocked away by King, but regained by Stevens. Morale will put it up.
And that's their shooter.
11-8, Bears by 3. King quickly to Monteseschi. She takes it inside, dishes off to Prissup. Jan from the corner makes it 13-8 East Brunswick.
And Jan Prissup's all-around game is solid. She's developed a beautiful outside touch and just showed it there.
Ball still on the court. And they're gonna call a kick against East Brunswick.
But if you're Reggie Carney, you got it like it. You got 3 of your players diving on the floor after the ball there.
Christine Breen checks in, and she's coming in for Katie Whalen.
And Christine Breen is a player, John. She is the heir apparent to Kara Monteseschi. She's got a fine touch, and she hustles all over the court. I've been very impressed with her.
Number 5 is Breen. Monteseschi closely on Morale. Booth looks inside to Giuliano. Turns, uses the glass again.
And I'll tell you, Giuliano's is being a force there.
Bill, they've slowed it up and posted Giuliano, and it's working as Morale on the steal. And they're going to call a foul on Breen, and the basket's good.
Wow.
Tough call.
It was there. The foul was there.
So Morale goes to the line, and right now she has a chance of tying the score at 13. Whalen comes in for Monteseschi.
And I'll tell you, the pace is fast and furious. Again, the Bears have the depth to keep the pressure on. I'm not sure the Lady Hawks do.
Morale misses. They're saying the ball stays with J.P. Stevens. Booth will inbound. Bradley won't go. Breen on the rebound. Has it stolen by Morale. She has a free alley. Won't go, no foul in the bucket. And Stevens takes the lead, 14-13. And Phil, the pace has been unbelievable.
Unbelievable, John.
King fights her way, now cornered, gets it back out to Whalen. Looking for Bloor underneath. But they're able to keep it alive. Good hands there by Bradley.
And I'll tell you, the Hawks are just playing great defense right now, and it'd be interesting to see how the Lady Bears respond. They have not found themselves in this position at this point in time of the game any time this year, John, I don't believe.
Bears trail by 1, 14-13, 2:50 remaining, first period. Steal there. Morale still has it. 3-on-1, she'll take it herself. And scores.
And that's Michelle Morale's 8th point of this quarter.
16-13, the Hawks by 3. Prissup can tie it. Off the rim. Whalen on the rebound. Puts it up herself. Won't go. And Hawks
are doing a great job off the board, John.
Showing great defense.
Out-rebounding the Bears off the board right now, and it's making a big difference.
They control it. Booth looks inside. Giuliano fights to the basket and makes it.
And they got to stop her, John. That's her 8th point as well. They got to stop her. Could have been called a foul as well.
2:12 remaining in the period. East Brunswick trails by 5. Long shot by Prissup won't go. Breen and Morale will be called for reaching in.
Okay, John, Morale and Giuliani both with 8 points, and the Lady Hawks have not backed off. They've been rather impressive.
Prissup comes back in with Monteseschi. Breen goes out. And Varela will also enter the game now for East Brunswick, giving Bloor a breather. As King will inbound. She gets it to Whalen. Cross court to Varela. Mataseski will take the shot. Hits. Good. 13-15. Bears trailing by 3 now. Minute 50 left in this first period. Ball knocked away. King and Whalen will pick it up and go right to the hoop with it.
I'll tell you, dynamic duo. Katie Whalen and Colleen King double teaming there for the action.
Bears down by 1 as Booth will put it up and hits. So we're going back and forth. 3 points each time. Bears trail by 3, 20-17. As King looks for some help, she'll give it to Mataseski. Kara being pressured, and they're going to call the foul on
blocking foul there
on Booth.
The Hawk fans didn't particularly like that call.
All right, East Brunswick's going to set it up, Phil. A little rotation. They'll get King out in the open. She'll look inside. There's Prissup. Case there where she put it on the floor and had it stolen. Morale on the break. The jumper. Yes.
And what a touch.
22-17. Varela looking inside. There's Prissup. Block.
Ooh, a great block.
Blocked by Thomas.
And again, John, the Lady Hawks are just all over the place themselves. We expect to see great defense from the Bears. Didn't expect to see anything like this from the Lady Hawks.
Morale forces it, won't go. Thomas off her hands, and it'll stay with the Hawks. Bloor's gonna come back in for Jan Prissup.
Okay, and help on the boards there. Jan certainly has to take a breather, putting Bloor back in because they gotta be able to control those boards.
22-17. JP Stevens in the lead. 43 seconds remaining in the first period. There's a throwaway. Mataseski got a 3-on-1 to Bloor.
Just great movement.
22-19. Booth looking inside for Juliana. Won't go. Whalen on the takeover. All by herself.
Katie Whalen going up with the left hand.
Bears now trail by 1, 22-21. 10 seconds left. Period number 1. Morale pins herself in the corner and a block by King. It'll be a jump ball.
And just a tremendous defensive efforts by both teams there. Colleen King coming up with the big block there. Nothing but ball.
Tamika Perez comes in for King. Ball knocked away by Mataseski with 3 seconds remaining. Bears trailing by 1, 22-21. Stevens will inbound. Bradley at the buzzer. So at the end of 1, Phil, it's East Brunswick trailing 22-21.
Just a tremendous first quarter for both teams there, John. And like I said, the Bears haven't found themselves in this position at any time this year. It'd be interesting to hear what Reggie has to say to them.
Well, let's go down and listen.
Carolina and other places. They're not going to get and stay this hot. They've shot their load. They're not going to stay this hot. Now, all right, Jan or post, you've got to front the post. All right, we need to box out a little bit better. Again, like I said to you before, they can jump. They can. Don't panic right now. We have the score and the pace right where we want it. We can last 4 quarters. The game is not 1 quarter, the game's 4. We got them right where we want it, all right? Tamika, you're going to start out again so Colleen can get an extra. Same group that was on the floor. Just keep running the floor and rebounding, all right? Hustle, 1, 2, 3, hustle, come on.
Phil, interesting. Reggie saying we're in better condition. We'll run with them.
He's saying we got him right where he wants, and he's just not blowing smoke. He earnestly believes that there's no way the Lady Hawks can keep up this pace, knows what kind of condition his team is, knows the type of depth that he has, and no way can the Hawks keep up that pace, and he's probably right.
Varela from the outside won't go as we start the second period. Mataseski, yes, 3-pointer, and right away the Bears take the lead. 24-22 as Booth brings it down for J.P. Stevens. Giuliano won't roll in, and it goes East Brunswick's way.
And you heard Reggie say, keep your poise, keep your poise. And I think you'll see the Lady Bears do that. They're a very confident team.
Second period action, Perez. Whalen drives, left-handed. And a foul will be called.
Okay, I thought Katie took a little hop there, apparently not. Did draw the foul.
I think she got away with one as Giuliano came up with the foul. Second period action, if you're just joining us, the Bears on top, 24-22. Very tenacious J.P. Stevens team hanging in there. Whalen's first misses.
And foul shooting for the Bears as the team has probably been the only sore spot. Otherwise, they've been solid in every other area.
So Whalen makes it 25-22, a three-point lead as the Hawks look to bring it down. Morale being pressured. Gets it off, almost stolen by Bloor. Inside, Thomas misses. Booth won't go. Rebound, Varela. And East Brunswick will bring it up and start a half-court offense.
And you see Varela and Perez in there, and again, they have that ability to substitute.
Monteseschi on the drive.
And Kara Monteseschi with her 12th point of this evening.
27-22, Bears by 5. Morale hits a three-pointer. 27-25, lead cut to 2.
Michelle Morale's only her second three-pointer of the year.
Cross court, Monteseschi in the corner. Perez looks for some help, has it stolen by Morale. She'll take it herself against Varela and makes it. We're tied at 27.
And she is an impressive young player, John.
Whalen gives it to Varela, out to Monteseschi. Kara drives, left-handed, in and out. Bloor on the rebound, yes.
Courtney Bloor coming off a 12-rebound game against Perth Amboy and is picking up right where she left off.
Bears by 2, 29-27, another turnover.
And again, anticipation throwaway.
Prissip and King return to the lineup. Perez, Varela take a break. And the starters are back in for East Brunswick. King looks in the corner, there's Bloor underneath. Prissip has it stolen by Morale, but Monteseschi comes up with it, blocked by Thomas, and they're gonna call a foul.
And I'll tell you, the Lady Hawks bench didn't appreciate that call there. Both the head coach and the assistant coaches jumping off the bench, going ball to eyeball with the official.
And a little warning from the referee, Phil, to the bench at J.P. Stevens.
Well, they were upset. But you take a good look at Kara Monteseschi, 12 points at the point of this game. She's the leading scorer for the Lady Bears, averaging 17.4 points per game.
Well, she extends East Brunswick's lead to 3, 27-30 now. Short off the rim, rebound Bradley. And Booth will bring it up for the Hawks. Looking underneath, Giuliano. Long this time. Thomas, though, on the follow-up. And the East Brunswick lead is now only 1, 30-29. 5:35 remaining before halftime. King from the corner, three-pointer. A little long, but controlled by Bloor. Monteseschi looking for some movement. Gives it to Whalen, who's looking for Bloor underneath.
And Giuliani gets a hand on it. And the Lady Hawks, you're looking at them, they are tired, but they're playing on hard out there right now.
No substitutions as yet for them, Phil. East Brunswick has substituted liberally. And a foul's going to be called on Morale.
And that's her second foul.
You're right. East Brunswick holding on to the 1-point lead, 30-29. And they'll take it out under their own basket. Bloor, shot, long. Bradley quickly to Booth. Into Thomas underneath.
Okay, thought Thomas might have picked up that pivot foot. She didn't, and put the basket down. They have a nice fast break of their own.
And put the Hawks in the lead, 31-30. King across court to Whalen. She'll put it up, won't go. And Stevens starting to clean the boards a little bit this quarter. Quickly gets it out to Booth, across for Thomas. Knocked away by King.
And a good effort by Colleen King to save that ball.
Turnovers have been the story thus far this first half. Bloor underneath, little strong.
And they give the Hawks the
Yeah,
ball.
no call there, Phil.
Surprise.
Morale has it. She's the leading scorer for these Lady Hawks. Now Bradley will put it up. And a foul underneath is going to be called against Thomas.
Thomas blocking out on Prizup there and was caught.
So the ball will go East Brunswick way. 4:17 remaining, second period. East Brunswick trailing by 1, 31-30. A little mini meeting there on the sideline with Reggie Carney. Jan Prizup will go to the line. And Phil, when you're relying on 5 players, fouls really become a key factor in the game.
That's a fact.
Stolen by King. To Mataseski, three-pointer. Yes! Phil, that Colleen King quietly comes up with more steals than anyone I've ever seen.
She's a great defensive ball player. She really is. She's actually a good ball player, but defense she excels on.
Foul called against, not sure who they charged it to. Anyway, the Hawks will put it up. Bradley, a little long as Prizup takes it away from her. And quickly, East Brunswick comes up court. Mataseski to Prizup underneath the Bloor. Won't go this time.
And the Hawks are leaning on him a little bit. That's why they're not getting that free shot.
Morale, jumper, strong. Prizup with the rebound. East Brunswick slow down just a bit. Whalen to Mataseski. Prizup gets it out to King. She'll drive in the lane. Whalen by herself. Too strong.
And both teams putting it up a little strong, John. Both teams a little bit off the mark.
And the ball went off Stevens, so the Bears will have it. They lead 33-31. Prizup in the paint, drives, left-handed,
Oh,
yes.
What a great move. What a great move by Jan Prizup.
Bears lead by 4. 3 minutes now remaining, second period. And another turnover. As Whalen to Prizup. She'll step and shoot. Won't fall for her. Rebound, no good, and we're gonna have a jump ball. And it goes to Stevens.
And I'll tell you, John, both teams very aggressive. I doubt if you'll see a half where they're banging the bodies like they are, going for the boards like they are, hustling all over the court.
Piscataway, somewhat cold and having a rough time of it as they're throwing the ball away.
And they steal it, Thomas.
Bradley will put it in as Prizup was pressured. Bears lead cut to 2. 35-33 as Mataseski drives and then pulls out, looks in the lane. There's Prizup, turnaround, yes.
Nice feed by Carrot to Jan, and Jan with her 6th point.
Underneath is Thomas by herself, and Prizup knocks her to the floor.
Knocks her to the floor, is putting it mildly, John.
First foul on Jan Prizup.
And you look at Tahara Thomas, and she's just a freshman, 6-foot freshman, John. So the Hawks are going to have her around for a while.
She's at the line. Misses the first. Perez will come in for Jan. So Prisup will take a seat. 2:15 remaining, second period. Bears by 4. As Thomas hits the second to make it 37-34. In the corner is Bloor. East Brunswick moving around. Mataseski will come out to help her. King now. Little back and forth as Mataseski has it blocked by Thomas. Morale brings it down, 3-on-1. Morale pulls up, shoots short. Giuliano on the follow-up, and they're going to call a foul against East Brunswick.
Colleen King reaching in, and she's called for it.
It is against King, her first. Whalen comes in, Prisup comes in. King and Mataseski take a break.
And I'll tell you, these fouls are giving the Hawks a chance to get a breather, but you got it. They look as fresh as the Bears. Both teams are a little winded because the pace has been somewhat tremendous. And we expected the Hawks to wilt under this, but they're hanging right in there.
Giuliano hits the second, makes it 37-35, so East Brunswick out in front by 2 with 1:40 remaining before half. Prisup finds Varela in the corner. She finds the basket.
Maureen Varela.
40-35. Big three-pointer from that spot. Bradley, strong. Thomas on the rebound. No good, Giuliano. And they're going to call a foul here on Varela.
And Giuliano did the right thing. You can tell she's a veteran. She went up knowing, protecting the ball, knowing full well that if they were going to stop her, they had a foul.
All right, Giuliano's at the line, Phil, with 1:19 left.
Kristen Giuliano, 5'8", junior.
A little surprised as Giuliano makes it 40-36, Phil?
Well, I thought they'd run out of gas, but the adrenaline's flowing, and they just played a great half.
East Brunswick now ahead by 3. Varela quickly heads for the corner. We'll look inside to Bloor. Bloor throws it away, and Morale has it.
And that's just pressure on the part of the Hawks.
Morale will take the three-pointer to tie it. Giuliano on the follow-up. Bradley, and a foul underneath on Varela.
And the point is they're not being boxed out, and they're going to the boards. The Lady Hawks three attempts there on that shot right there, and three is too many. And you just got to be terribly impressed with their aggressiveness and how they are crashing the boards.
King and Mataseski come back into the game. 57 seconds remaining. Bears by 3, 40-37 as Bradley goes to the line. And first substitution of the night as Chang comes in for J.P. Stevens, giving Thomas a breather.
Jin Chang.
And another miss, and Stevens having trouble at the line tonight. Inside of 50 seconds as Whalen gives it to King. They look inside, Prisup spins, puts it up, finds the net.
Just a fine move again by Jan Prisup.
42-37 East Brunswick. Morale drives. Ball won't fall for her. She's caught underneath, somehow gets it up, and East Brunswick has it as Mataseski comes out of the pile. Looking underneath for Prisup.
And I thought the Lady Bears might hold up for a good shot here and get that last shot.
Chang now gets it to Giuliano, to Morale. Ball knocked away. They're saying it's off East Brunswick.
It appeared to roll off Hawks player's foot.
Looking inside is J.P. Stevens. Giuliano tries to save, can't. Whalen has it. Whalen has the lane. She gives it to Mataseski, left-handed. Yes. 44-37. The Bears now by 7. And that should do it. So as the teams go into the locker room here at halftime, it's East Brunswick 44, J.P. Stevens 37.
And just a great half of basketball, if you want to talk about heart and effort. Both teams putting out a lot of effort there. I'm sure Reggie will have something to say to his team at the half. They're used to running over teams, but this, as I said, this Hawk team is a good team, and they put up a tremendous effort. However, as Reggie pointed out, he doesn't believe they can sustain that, and I think once you get down in the fourth quarter, you're going to see that, John.
Well, if you like hustle and you like defense, this is the game as East Brunswick goes into the locker room with a 7-point lead, and we'll come back with the start of the third period in just a moment. Well, Phil, we're getting ready for the third period, and you've got to be excited about after the first half in terms of the second half.
Well, I tell you, the second half promises to be a great one. Christine, the scorekeeper for the Lady Hawks, had told me she wished I would shut up. She says they're not going to get tired. She says they're in great condition, and they've been pointing to this game and the Piscataway game, which they have Saturday all year. So she says they are not going to get tired. So, and if they don't get tired, we're going to have a great second half.
Well, our score is 44-37. The Bears by 7, and believe me, that's been the biggest lead of the night. And I think maybe fatigue set in a little bit that remaining minute or so for J.P. Stevens. But quite honestly, up until that point in time, they've matched them point for point just about.
That's for sure.
East Brunswick will inbound to start the third period. And again, with a 7-point lead as Mataseski gives it into King. Across. Back to Mataseski. They look inside for Prisup on that little turnaround. She hits.
Jan Prisup with the turnaround, her 10th point of this evening.
Morale being pressured. She gets it up to Giuliano. Has it stolen by Whalen, and they're going to call a foul.
And Katie Whalen just picked her pocket, John, just cleanly. And
I think they're saying the ball hit the end line, Phil.
It appeared that she picked her pocket very cleanly.
Anyway, they'll give it to J.P. Stevens. Morale gets it inside to Giuliano. Not this time. Bradley has it blocked. Thomas comes up with it. There's just no room underneath, and I think a foul's going to be called on King.
And once again, the Lady Hawks are getting rebounds off the offensive board. That was the third attempt of putting up a shot there.
I stand corrected. The foul was against Bloor, her first. And Bradley goes to the line. Bradley's a junior. She makes it a 46-38 game. Stevens trailing by 8. And the second one won't go as Whalen picks up the rebound and brings it up court quickly. Takes it straight down, pulls up. Hands it off to Mataseski. They look inside, Bloor won't go, blocked by Bradley. Ball's up in the air. And it goes J.P. Stevens' way.
And the loose balls have been bouncing J.P. Stevens' way most of the night, John.
Morale, she's been pretty quiet this game, Phil.
Well, not really, John. She has 15 points.
Then she's done it quietly. Stevens, three-pointer. 46-41 now. East Brunswick's lead by 5. Prisup, that turnaround won't go this time, but Bloor on the rebound, too strong. Mataseski steals it. Gets too far underneath as Bradley picks it. And here comes Morale for the Hawks. Straight down the center. Short, follow-up, short. And there's King with the rebound. Quickly down to Prisup. Jan finds Bloor on the outside. Mataseski by herself. That's dangerous.
And that's 2. That's what that is. Kara Mataseski's 18th point of the night.
Booth will give it back to Bradley. There's Morale.
And the Mayor, Reggie Carney yelling out man-to-man defense.
Booth, too far. Bradley looks inside. Thomas uses the glass, in and out. She'll try it again and makes it.
And again, they're doing a yeoman's job on that offensive board.
Whalen to King. Out to Prisup. She'll take the three-pointer. Won't go. It goes East Brunswick's way, off the hands of Bradley. King into Mataseski. Kara won't find it this time as Bradley finds the rebound and gets the Hawks moving up court. Booth back to Morale. She'll take the three-pointer. Off the rim. Saved by Giuliano, but right to Prisup, and they're going to say Prisup was on the line.
Tell you, close call there. And the Hawks got to worry about the shot selection, John. They seem like the types of shots they're taking aren't the type that are going to keep them in the game right now.
Timeout Stevens, and we'll go in and listen in on Reggie Carney.
We're not playing it hard enough. All right? On the press, we're letting them get it in. We're letting them do what they want, okay? Now, down this end, we're making matters worse. We're catching our breath again. We're not low in our stances. We're not looking to box out. We don't have a rebounding triangle set up. They have two girls crashing from the weak side of the floor, and we're stuck 2-on-1 every time. We have somebody arrested, okay? All right, now, let's score this time, all right? We'll drop back in man-to-man one time. The press is not the problem. The problem is you're not attacking with it. You're just feeling tired. Come on, let's go. Come on. All right, win. 1, 2, 3, win. Let's go.
Still a little admonishing by Reggie Carney in terms of, you know, getting a little lazy.
I'll tell you, well, mild admonishing. He's in control, very cool and calm, and he says that they're allowing the Lady Hawks to crash the boards. Someone's getting a little lazy there. And on the press, they're there, but they're not putting the pressure on.
East Brunswick by 5, 48-43 as Morale's shot goes awry. Ball still alive. Giuliano has it. Gets it out to Bradley, across to Morale, who's by herself, will put it up. Too strong, and Whalen with the rebound. Bears enjoying a 5-point lead in this third period as Mataseski hits from the left side. 5 minutes remaining. Third period from East Brunswick High School. Both teams came in undefeated, 5-0. Thomas takes it inside, gets it back out to Morale. She's short and she's cold. Quickly, King to Whalen. Crossover and is fouled by Booth.
Just good movement of the ball. Colleen King coming down with the rebound, kicking it out to Katie Whalen. Whaley going with the crossover dribble and drawing the foul.
Whalen at the line.
And Katie has 7 points tonight. Going the line to shoot for 2.
Second foul on Booth. And again, we mentioned that Stevens goes with their first 5 almost the entire game. And that foul's become critical. (51-43) is our score, and it'll stay that way. Except Prisup will try to change it. Won't go this time. Giuliano being pressured. Bradley having trouble. They finally get across to Booth. She gets it back to Giuliano, high off the glass, and Prisup has the rebound. East Brunswick on the move. Mataseski looking things over, will set things up. There it is, Bloor underneath.
Just a nice feed there.
53-43, East Brunswick's biggest lead.
And the Bears are in their man-to-man defense right now.
Bradley looks inside for Thomas. Bloor covering. Booth will miss the shot as Mataseski will take the rebound. Inside, nice pass to Prisup. Little short, saved by Bloor, and King will have it. Knocked out by Bradley.
And a little showmanship there. Mataseski looking away with a nice pass.
And Phil, this game is closer than 10 points that separate these two teams.
And a nice block there by Giuliani.
Booth driving. She's fouled by Prisup.
And a good strong move with Booth. What the official didn't see was that left hand pushing Prisup off as she drove to the basket. But nevertheless, she draws the foul. And Booth will go to the line for 2.
Second foul on Prisup. No one is in foul trouble for East Brunswick at this point in time. She'll get another.
That's Christine Booth's 10th point of the night. Nice balanced scoring by the Lady Hawks.
In and out. Rebound, King. Gets it to Mataseski. Being pressured in the corner, and they're going to call a jump ball. It should go East Brunswick's way. Oh, they're saying Stevens.
And Angela Bradley doing a nice job over there tying up Kara.
The arrow pointing to J.P. Stevens. And so they'll bring it up court. 3:12 remaining, third period. East Brunswick on top, 53-44. In the corner is Booth. She drives the baseline. Pushes her way in for the bucket.
Oh, good move.
Well into Mataseski. Bradley all over Mataseski as she gets it to King, who gets it out to Perez. Won't go. Mataseski keeps it alive. Down in the corner. They're going to call a travel, and it'll go over to the Hawks.
Kara fell to the floor, tried to get control of the ball, and was called for the walk. She did a nice job coming up with that rebound over the much taller Bradley.
Morale slowly brings it up. East Brunswick leads by 7. 2:30 remaining third period. Morale inside, forces it up. Mataseski with the rebound. Quickly down court, DeBloor looking for the trailer in the middle. No one's there. And they'll regroup as King gets it out to Perez. Back to King. Mataseski will take it and shoot it, and she'll make it.
She's unconscious right now. 22nd point of the night, and very valuable points.
East Brunswick by 9, 55-46, 150 remaining as Booth overshoots it. Bloor with the rebound. Down to Mataseski. And they're going to say she took a step with it.
And here's where the Bears kill you. We've been talking about the fatigue factor, and I'm sure some people think we've been over-talking it, but here's where it slowly creeps upon you. Reggie is able to substitute fresh people in there, and
Prisup comes back in with Varela. And a steal by Perez, trying to get it to Whalen. Bradley looking for some help. She gets it to Morale. Down court is Booth. Doesn't know what to do with it, and they're going to call a travel that time.
I'll tell you. And the whole Bear bench was yelling for the 3 seconds as she stood in there trying to find a shot.
You had almost every violation on that play. Whalen across to Varela, to Perez in the corner. Short. Perez saves it. Gets it out. They'll call it for traveling. It'll go the way of J.P. Stevens. Bears maintaining the 9-point lead, 55-46, with 50 seconds remaining in the third period. Morale, no call. She gets it back, drives, pulls up, shoots, short. And it'll go over to East Brunswick, off of Bradley. Whalen gets a pick from King. Looking for some help, she'll give it back to Colleen, who gets it back. Colleen shot blocked. Saved by Prisup, back to King. Out to Perez. Perez shot off the rim. And King is fouled underneath by Thomas.
And once again, Colleen King with great positioning there to get that rebound there. And she seems to have the knack for that. Colleen King, many times, John, I'm tempted to call her Charlene King. Naturally, after her father, Charles King, of course, who's the principal of East Brunswick High School here.
King makes it 56-46, and again, increases East Brunswick's lead to 10. No, 57-46 as Bloor comes back in. Whalen takes a seat. Fresh bodies fill fresh legs. And they just keep coming at you. Knocked away by Prissup. What hustle by Jan Prissup. What's the call? They're going to say it goes to Stevens. Thomas fights her way for the basket. 9 seconds remain. 4 seconds. Bloor looks in the corner to Perez. And that'll do it. With East Brunswick on top at the end of 3, 57-48. And Phil, a little distance now starting to be placed between the two teams.
They're starting to creep away, but still the Lady Hawks are still hanging in there with the use of the three-point play nowadays. Anything can happen, and they haven't given up, and they're right there, and it's still a great game.
Let's listen in on Reggie quickly.
Every time they shoot it, box out and run the floor, we're going to get a lot of layups, right? Just keep playing defense right now. Come on, come on. Now, on offense, look to get rid of the ball quicker on the sidelines because they're coming down and trapping. Also, look, light gap, when the ball's on the sideline, we need a post player by the foul line on the ball side. Then we can reverse it, all right? All right, win. 1, 2, 3, win.
Phil, play good defense and let conditioning take over.
Let it take over. He wants you, if you play defense, everything else will take care of itself. Reggie seems to believe.
It certainly worked well here at East Brunswick High School for him.
That's for sure.
Bears come in ranked 5th in the state, 1st in the county. J.P. Stevens 4th in the county. That according to the Star Ledger. Big GMC game here for the Bears. Whalen, no call, she'll keep it, gives it to Bloor. He'll give it back to Prissup at the line and makes it a bucket. 59-48, East Brunswick by 11.
12 points for Jan Prissup tonight.
Morale gives it to Booth. Giuliano has been awful quiet for J.P. Stevens.
Ooh,
Morale has it blocked by Bloor. Morale will force it. Rebound Whalen. They got the break. Prissup on Booth. Gets it back to Bloor.
Ooh.
And it's good. No, they're going to say travel.
Oh, mercy. That's too pretty to take away. Jan Prissup going down with the blind behind the back pass, and Bloor put it up nicely, and the official said she took steps.
Reggie getting on the official a little bit, and he said he took too many steps.
Well, they're just having fun.
Phil, I think the difference this second half has been that lady right there not being able to put the ball in the hoop, Giuliani.
She started out like a house on fire and has cooled off, John.
59-50, East Brunswick by 9, and a foul. Mataseski draws it. She'll go to the line. I believe the foul will be on Giuliano. Now they're going to call it on Thomas, number 50. Her third, Phil. We have 6:52 remaining in this game.
And with that point there, Kara's tied her high for this year, 23 points coming into this game. And if she sinks this one, it will be a new high of 24.
And that she does. Bears by 11 once again, 61-50. Thomas looks inside for Giuliano. Turn, won't go. Rebound King, and defense is what it's all about for East Brunswick. Bloor quickly looking for the trailer. That's Whalen in the lane. Gets bumped, no foul. And it's getting a little rough inside.
It's been very rough. It's been rough inside all day, John.
Morale spins, looks for help, finds Bradley. Bradley quickly puts it in. Bears lead by 9.
And the Lady Hawks are still hanging in there.
Prissa off the iron. And out of bounds. Steal by Mataseski. She'll drive it herself. No, gives it to King. She's fouled.
And I'll tell you, just an unselfish move by Kara Mataseski, clearly driving to the basket. Could have probably put it up and drew the foul. Saw King off on the side and passed it off to her. Colleen going up and drawing the foul herself.
Timeout, J.P. Stevens. Let's listen in to Reggie.
Yeah. Look, they're dead tired too, so like Kara just did, even though we're kind of playing contained, when your girl gets the ball, then back off, but we're going to get some easy steals when they try to pass the ball from the point to the wing. They're telegraphing everything, okay? Just remember right now, they're in man-to-man, okay? So let's say we do top of the head the first time. Let's say we run 3 the next time. As long as we execute 3 or 4 quick plays, it's all over. Yeah. All right, so let's hit the foul shots now. Top of the head, ready? Kara is out here, Colleen's here. Katie, you're here. Kara's not going to go around, right? Here's Jen. Kara's going to go straight through the high post. Now, Courtney just stays right here. Kara comes off. As you pass to Katie, now Jan back screens it, and then you yell. All right, come on, let's go. Come on. All right. Win. 1, 2, 3, win. Keep it up. Come on, guys.
Well, Phil, I hope you understood all that.
Well, of course I did. But, one of the key things he said, they're tired too, as in also. Yeah. Meaning we're tired, but they must be tired also. So you got to stay in there and continue to play your game, keep the pressure on, take good shots.
Colleen King will go to the line. She'll get 2 shots. East Brunswick on top, 61-52. We have 5:50 remaining in the game. Very entertaining game. We've seen offense and defense tonight.
That's for sure. And Colleen steals it back after missing the 2 fouls.
And gives it to Whalen, who gives it Mataseski. 3-pointer, short. Whalen on the follow-up. A little spin, they're going to call it for traveling.
Katie felt the pressure, tried to step through and throw it up. Official right on top of it.
So if I'm not mistaken, Lady Bears came off, or coming off an 80-point game against Perth Amboy just the other day.
Right. Well, that's true, but believe me, no contest. I mean, Perth Amboy has a good player in Dewega Blake, but they no contest whatsoever. Nothing near the team that this Lady Hawk team is.
East Brunswick trying to set something up. They got Prissip outside, short on the 3-pointer as Morale brings it down and brings it up court as well. Looks underneath to Giuliano, who gives it to Bradley.
Good movement. Good movement by the Lady Hawks.
61-54, the Bears by 7.
And that's Bradley's 7th point of this half.
King now will set something up. Moves to her right. Now looking for a little help. There's Whalen. Mataseski on the pick. Off the rim. Taken back by East Brunswick. Good pass underneath. Ooh, foul on Jan by Giuliano.
And that's Giuliano's 3rd foul, John. And I'll tell you, take a good look at Jan Prissip there. She's already committed to school, gone to Loyola University, where she'll play for the one-time Rutgers great Patty Coyle. And I think a good choice for both of them.
Yes, I would agree. You know, Phil, as we look at Jan and we look at Colleen King and Karen Matasuski, even Katie Whalen, Christine Bloor, just the improvement that we've seen from year to year is just amazing.
You're right. Even Karen Matasuski's changed her name to Matasuski.
First game of the year, you got to cut me a break here. 63-54, Bears on top. 4:20 remaining in the game. And defense has been the name of it, particularly this quarter for East Brunswick. Bad pass there, as Morale should have an easy layup.
And Morale just, another player would have been rushing. She was totally in control all the while.
Mataseski showing some of her ball handling skills. Gives it to Prisup, who gives it to Whalen, back to Prisup. And a lot of ball movement now by East Brunswick. There's Bloor underneath, and partially blocked.
Bradley gets a piece.
Quickly down court comes the Lady Hawks. Booth is not afraid to put it up. We'll give it to Bradley. Bradley driving the lane. Unable to connect that time as Giuliano follows. One more time. Prisup with the rebound.
And I'll tell you, John, right there was where they could have really used the basket. Would have been a big difference there. They had 3 shots, was not able to come up with a basket, and that may have been the turning point of the game right here.
And J.P. Stevens' coach, Kathy McKean, wants a timeout, and she'll get it.
And I want to re-emphasize that. They should have took their time and took a good shot selection there, John. It would have made a big difference. They would have been down by 6.
Let's look at that J.P. Stevens huddle, if we can. And Kathy McKean's been the coach, Phil.
She's been there for 5 years, John. An intense young lady. Tried to talk to her before the game and wasn't very talkative. I asked her how she was going to deal with the Lady Bears. She says, I never divulge my plans. I said, okay, I get it. But she's done a good job. Last year, they were 16-6. As the young lady said earlier, they've been pointing towards this game all year. This is a big game for them. They want to get these Lady Bears, and Saturday want to go on and get the Piscataway Chiefs. And I'll tell you, based on this game here, Piscataway certainly better watch out, because these young ladies have just been impressive.
They can play, Phil, and you got to be impressed with the height and the team speed, as you said at the outset. And believe me, the 65-56 score that is posted on the board here is really not indicative of this game. It's really only been the last, say, period and a half that East Brunswick has been able to gain some breathing room. Morale gives it to Booth. The clock's winding down in favor of East Brunswick. Stolen, another turnover and those turnovers have killed Stevens tonight. And speaking of which, ball's turned over by East Brunswick. Morale, a little spin move, but has it blocked by King. Looked pretty good from here, Phil.
Well, Morale doing the Earl Monroe spin and trying to put it up, and Colleen King certainly got a piece of the ball, but I believe she got a piece of the young lady as well.
Morale will go to the line. She'll shoot 2.
And you look at Michelle Morale. She is J.P. Stevens' all-time leading scorer for the Lady Hawks. Came into this game averaging 18.8 points per game. And right now, if she makes this, she'll be at her average.
And she does. Plus, she makes the score 65-58 now. 7-point lead for East Brunswick. Whalen takes it right down the left side and goes all the way. Unable to convert, however. King saves it. To Prisup. Ball knocked out of her hands. Stays with East Brunswick.
And Bradley doing a nice job defensively again.
Mataseski gets it into King. Prisup looks underneath. Bloor, Whalen with the bucket.
With an assist from Jan Prisup.
2:10 remaining. Morale on a little give and go to Giuliano.
And Giuliano, just her 4th point of this half, and while she had 11 the first half, and as you pointed out, They seem to stop her the second half, and that's been the difference.
Monaseski, big basket there.
And that's been the difference as well. Kara Monaseski doing her steady job, her 26th point of the evening.
69-60, East Brunswick's lead by 9. They'll call a jump ball.
And I tell you, how many times are we going to see Colleen King do that? Just how many times have we seen Colleen King tie up someone tonight? Just does a tremendous job defensively.
She's all over the place. I'm very impressed by her defensive skills, and she's showing it here tonight. There she goes. On Morale. Morale puts it up, and she
got a piece of it and gets the rebound.
And gets it to Monaseski. And East Brunswick had a little trouble controlling it as it'll go over to Stevens.
And again, as we talked about Colleen, she not only did she take a swipe at the ball to break it loose, then she blocked the ball, then managed to get the rebound, then get the outlet pass.
Steal by Prisup to Monaseski. This should be an easy one.
You almost felt like she was going to jam it, John.
Would we have a story?
We would.
Timeout, Stevens, and I think that's their last timeout. Let's go down to Reggie.
Hey. Nice ears with that change in the defense just then, okay? Good job with that. All right, now, come up a little bit higher in fist and just fake it this time. Just fake it, okay? Now, all right, what do we want to do? We got caught once. They're screening on the ball. All right, now, what we want to do is double team the ball, but then we got to remember, whoever is the weak side post has to take Galliano on the pick and roll, right? Now, guards, remember, all right, remember, you're switching on any screen so they do not get a three, all right? All right, protect the ball, hit the foul shots, all right, win. 1, 2, 3, win. Come on.
Always teaching, Phil.
And that's exactly the point. He's a great teacher. Great motivator, great teacher, loves the game, and I don't know if people realize what Reggie Carney has done here in East Brunswick, but he's truly created a extremely solid program.
57 seconds remain. Bears on top, 71-60. Booth throws up a three-pointer. Rebound, Prisup has it stolen by Thomas. Bradley picks it up and puts it in. 9 points with 43 seconds remaining. King to Prisup. Whalen underneath, being pressured. Ball's alive. Morale has it. She's got no one to go with her. She'll foot it up anyway. Giuliano blocked by Whalen. With 24 seconds remaining.
And I'll tell you, Morales put that ball up there. I thought she was getting fouled. It appeared as it was from the three-point range there. If she would have sank it, that would have been a possible 4-point play.
20 seconds remaining. Clock ticking down, stolen by Whalen.
Just takes it away, muscles it away from her.
And that should be it. East Brunswick will just be content to run it down. 5 seconds now. And at the buzzer, the shot is no good, but it really moot as East Brunswick wins our final 71-62. And Phil, it was a game.
It was a super game, and as you see those young ladies slap five each other, got to have an awful lot of respect. I know Lady Bears certainly do for the Hawks. The Hawks came in here and played with their hearts. They're a talented team. They're certainly going to be heard from in the counties. And I think if you ask Reggie, he's pleased with the game. He knows that the team wasn't as sharp as they have been against other teams, but when you can play with the heart that they played with and not give up and play the good defense and come away with the win such as they did tonight, he's still got to be very pleased.
Well, East Brunswick improves its record to 6-0, still undefeated. J.P. Stevens falls to a 5-1 record, and I agree with you, Phil. I think J.P. Stevens is going to be heard from in the county tournament anyway. And good aggressive team. But it's a win for East Brunswick. They look good. Yeah, they're not going to dominate every game, and you can't expect that.
Yeah, exactly. But they did what they had to do, and they'll take it. And,
Go ahead.
I just want to say that they are an impressive team. I think they were rushing some of their shots tonight. But when you can play like they play, and it was a 9. We're talking like as if it was a 9-point victory here. They're just an awfully solid, awfully impressive team, and as I said, it's going to take a team that's not only good but lucky in order to beat them.
Well, our final again here from East Brunswick High School. The Lady Bears 71, J.P. Stevens 62. For Phil Hill, I'm John Meggiolaro saying thanks for being with us.